Hello everyone, Book Bandit here. I know it's been a little bit over a week now since I last posted a video. Clearly I needed a break, which I did, and clearly the daily vlogs were not working for me. As you could tell there towards the end of daily vlogs. So I will not be doing daily vlogs anymore. I'm gonna do 2 or 3 videos a week. Still haven't decided if it's going to be 2 or 3. At this point, it's looking like 2. I'm not going to talk too much about why I stopped making daily vlogs and all of that stuff. I'm just going to focus on new videos and putting out what I hope is good content as often as I can, but sticking to some sort of schedule, which I will figure out as I go forward. Let's talk about June sales. For me, I did 194 sales in June, which was down from May, but I expected that to happen because I sent in a bunch of those quick selling CDs from that CD lot that I got a few months ago, which has been selling still into this month. And I've sold probably half of that CD lot that I sent in, which was about 125 CDs or so. So that one is probably my best CD lot yet. I knew that there would be an increase in sales because of those CDs, and that the next month would see less sales overall, but still I would see steady growth. So I almost hit 200 sales, but 255 sales I did in May, but a lot of those were CD sales that sold off. The CD sold off within a couple of weeks of hitting the warehouse. But nonetheless, if you look at April, I believe I did 155 sales. So that's a nice steady growth there. And something else is, it's important to look at your sales, your monthly sales, and see if it's growing. But also, it's important to see how your sourcing is going in terms of how many shipments are you sending out. Well, how often are you sourcing, but also how many shipments are you sending out each week? How many books, basically, or how many items? Because I'm trying to hit 100 a week, and the last couple of weeks I've done, it's varied. So last 5 days or so, I've sent in, well, I just finished for tomorrow, today's Sunday, for tomorrow, Monday, I'm sending in another shipment of 48 items. And I've sent in 2 other ones in the past five days, I believe. So that's 3 boxes, about 145 items total within less than a week. So that's good. But before that, I think it had been a week since I had sent in a shipment. So I'm not consistent, every single week, but I'm trying to hit that about 100 a week. It's important to see your sales, to pay attention to your sales and see if they're growing, but also your sourcing and your shipments. How often are you sending shipments? Are you consistent about it? Are you sourcing consistently? Are you hitting certain shipment numbers that you want to hit? Because now I'm noticing, so for instance, as an example, in July, in the first week of July, I had over 50 sales, just under 60 sales, and in about 8 days, I think I had 56 sales, so it averaged about 7 a day. But if you look at that over a week, that's about 50 sales over 7 days, which is great. But then I have to look at my sourcing numbers to see if I can actually grow my inventory and therefore grow my sales. So if I'm not sending in more than 50 books a week right now, then my inventory is going to stay at the same level, which means my sales are probably going to stay at the same level until, of course, August hits, which then sales will go up dramatically because of back to school. So it depends on the month and time of year, but normal average month like a June or a July or a May, your sales aren't going to see a big spike because of some out of the ordinary activity like back to school or holidays. So sending in 50 a week means that my inventory is about, what is it? Right now it's 2,800 and about 40. So, and I just had 2 boxes hit the warehouse within the last 3 days. So 100 items hit the warehouse. So my inventory went up from like 2,700, 60 something. I've been selling some of that stuff that hit the warehouse already over the last few days. So what I'm seeing is, my point is that I've been around 2,800 in inventory for a while now because I've sort of hit a plateau because of my sourcing numbers. So if I get my sourcing numbers up, if I do 100 a week, then I can grow my inventory a little bit and get probably over closer to 3,000. Which, if you remember from a few videos back, I talked about wanting to get at least 3,000 in inventory for August, which I'm still working towards. They play hand in hand, right? So how much you ship out has to do with how your sales go, and if your sales are growing and if your inventory is growing. You want your inventory to grow overall because clearly your sales are going to grow and you're going to make more money. And if you're sending in long tail, then you're going to have more sales down the road. with bigger ticket items or bigger ticket books. So pay attention to that, guys. Focus on your sourcing and your shipping schedule and sticking to it, and whatever that is. So I know a while back I said I wanted to hit 200 a week in sourcing numbers, but I haven't been able to do that. 100 is a little more realistic for me at this point. Hitting 100 a week for me is great, because that keeps me growing. And then when I get to the point of selling 100 books or 100 items over a 7-day period, then I'll have to send in more than 100 in order to grow my inventory and get more sales. Keep that in mind. If you want to grow, you gotta stick to those sourcing and shipping schedules and stick to those numbers. But also what's going to happen is in August, most of August and into September, about half of September or so, is going to be some crazy sales for back to school. So my inventory is probably gonna go down significantly, which is awesome. I'm gonna sell off a lot of stuff that hasn't been selling, that's kind of waiting for back to school. I'm hoping in August, my hope is that I can do 400 or 500 sales based upon what I did last time. I mean, last August I did 106, but I didn't have nearly the inventory I have now. So hopefully my inventory by the end of September will be down in the low 2000s. Would be awesome for me, but then that enables me to build it back up for the holidays. So yeah, just wanted to check in, guys, let you know how my sales are going, how things are going. A lot of stuff to talk about. Also talk about sales tax and getting that set up, probably in a future video. Thanks for checking in with me. I'm gonna post videos at least a couple a week, and as always, remember, keep booking.